Good day and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the performance of the INT Future Gohan against the Syn Shenron event. So basically we're going to be taking a look at just how good the Easy Gohan is, how solid he's going to be, and basically get a good idea of how he'll do in the Syn Shenron event. Now a big thing with INT Gohan, two things. Firstly, you need the trunks for his base form to have that guard mechanic, that potential guard mechanic. This is going to be crucial, especially if you're having a 55% Gohan who's going to be performing in hard content. And then when he transforms, you don't necessarily need the trunks because it just guarantees him an additional attack. However, if you have a trunks, it is obviously better. Although the main focus is to have Bond of Master and Disciple category allies, which is rather important. Having two of them dramatically changes how he does. He has much higher defense when he performs a super attack because he has that multiplicative factor of gaining attack and defense on super. So the Syn Shenron event isn't the most ideal event for him because of two reasons. Firstly, he gains a lot of defense on super, therefore him taking AoEs before he supers is not ideal. And secondly, Syn Shenron ends up a physical unit, which obviously can give a INT Future Gohan a pretty rough time. However, overall he does a great job. At 55% he actually did really impressive for me. Generally speaking, he looks like he's going to be pretty good at 55% to float around and potentially not take too much damage. And the fact that a 55% version of Gohan is only taking like 100k before he supers is pretty impressive. And I think that's something that bodes well for him. If you've got him at Rainbow, or even you link level him or give him gear, which I haven't really done, then he's going to do even better. So it's very, very, very cool. Now outside that, when it comes to Super Saiyan Gohan Future, I think he has really a great kit. The beginning phase of him in his base form is okay. The guard chance is obviously something that you're going to need to proc, as you saw there, because without it we do tend to take a bit of damage. Now the one thing is to get the guard proc you only need you need to have a Trunks in the same turn, which can be a bit difficult. It's not always so easy. Luckily the Vegeta and Trunks unit, they obviously give a very decent standing point when we discuss like capabilities, because they obviously activate the Trunks portion of his mechanism. But you do need to make sure you have a Trunks in the rotation. Base form aside, you should be able to get the base form to transform. Remember, you need the Trunks and it needs to be above 58% health. I don't think either of these requirements are too difficult. If you're looking at specifically a Future Saga team or any team, I think we have enough usable Trunks units. And remember, they have to have Trunks in the name. They don't have to be specifically just Trunks. So Vegeta and Trunks, Trunks and Mai, all of these work. It's just Kid and GT that does not work. So if it's a Kid Trunks or a GT Trunks, it won't work. But pretty much any other Trunks basically works, which is pretty cool and pretty interesting. So again, Gohan doing pretty well. 8,000 damage is honestly not too bad. Remember, no Cold Judgment active here. And yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good starting point, I would say, for him as a unit. I think he's looking good. So far, he's handling everything fine. Like I said, this is a very difficult event for him because there's a lot of factors that are not going his way. When we look at the defense, when we look at the way he gains defense on super, the AoE attacks, the typing. So I think so far he's doing a pretty good job. You can see here in this scenario, he's going to take a decent chunk on super, on the AoE attack, and this is also fine. Like I said, especially at 55%, the AoE attack is going to give him some problems. You know, he has Court Judgment active here. I think he's going to take around 100k or so. And we did activate the, you know, super attack effect of the Trunks and Vegeta. So again, definitely is a bit more of a defensive boost than you would usually have. But the 100k is honestly not too bad. Again, it's not impossible to have this setup. This is a strong setup, and I think overall it's not bad. Now, he after super will take single digits, and so we've basically done, or I've redone that rotation essentially. Here he's going to have another defensive boost from Vegeta. So in both situations there was a defensive boost. It's important to understand that. But generally speaking, he did well in both. I still think he does well. All things considered, you know, at 55% to take 156k. Remember, because of how damage reduction works, when you see a rainbow unit in this exact scenario, that amount's going to drop to like, I think 20 or 30k, which is not a lot. Remember, he gains a significant amount of his defense after super. And so we're going to see him here. He's going to sit in a situation where he's now going to take a normal attack and a super attack after he supers, and he's going to do great. He's going to take single digits on the normal, which is very impressive, and he's going to only take 600k on the super. And you'll say, oh, only 600k? For an int unit at 55% to take 600k, remember he doesn't have guard or anything, this is just purely damage reduction. Very good. So yeah, that's it.